Norwich 0-0 Wolves. Canaries continue good form with stalemate. Norwich couldn't quite achieve 3 consecutive Premier League wins for the first time in 9 years, but there was nonetheless plenty of encouragement for Dean Smith. His arrival has undoubtedly galvanized things at Carrow Road, and his team really should have beaten an underwhelming Wolves here. The most significant performer on the pitch was visiting goalkeeper Jose Sa, who made crucial saves from Max Aarons, Teemu Pukki and Milot Rashica to ensure his side remained 6th in the table. Considering that Norwich are second bottom and have just changed manager, they played the superior football, worked harder, exerted the more meaningful pressure, and created all the best chances. Only their finishing let them down. But Smith knew there would be plenty to work on in all areas of the pitch when he accepted the job and succeeded Daniel Farke over the November international break. He will have learned plenty from this stalemate and also drawn optimism as he plots Norwich's path out of the bottom 3. They looked fully like a Premier League outfit here. The home fans stood and applauded their team at the final whistle, appreciative of the effort those in yellow had put in. By contrast, the clearest chance Wolves enjoyed came from Norwich almost shooting themselves in the foot just before half-time. Otherwise, they were under the cosh, especially in the second half. The performance was better than last week's against Southampton, Smith said. Maybe last week we were fortunate to gain 2 points, but we are unfortunate we lost a couple of points this week. Norwich City, 4-3-3, Krull 6, Aarons 6, Hanley, C, 6, Gibson 6, Williams 6.5, McLean 6.5, Norman 6, Rupp 35, 7, Gilmore 7, Sargent 7, Solis 68, 6, Pukki 6, Rashica 7, Dowell 82, substitutes not used, Gunn, GK, Cantwell, Lees Melu, Giannoulis, Ida, Ahmedel manager, Dean Smith 7 booked, Gilmore, Gibson Wolverhampton Wanderers, 3-4-3, Site, Kilman 7, Cody, C, 7.5, Sace 7, Semedo 6, Dendinker 76, Neves 6.5, Matinho 6.5, 8 Nauri 7, Trincao 6, Traore 68, 6, Jimenez 6, Hwang 6, Hover 90+2, substitutes not used, Molden, GK, Ruddy, GK, Marcel, Silva, Cundill manager, Bruno Lage 6 booked, Neves, Semedo referee, Simon Hooper 7 attendance, 26,911 man of the match, Jose Sa, Wolves, when I first came in, I said I wanted us to stop giving away big chances, and we restricted them to very few. Tim Krull has had very little to do, and we created 4 big chances, and on another day we win the game. I always believe, if you are not creating chances, that is the worry, but we are creating them, and we have players who can score. I feel that confidence and belief is growing, and we have to make sure we continue with that momentum. But we can't take the pats on the back, we have to keep working hard, and the results will come. Wolves stirring fight back from 2 goals down to win 3-2 last month, that contributed to Smith getting the sack from Aston Villa. He was determined not to be stung twice. With Norwich's confidence restored after back-to-back wins over Brentford and Southampton, they seized the initiative. Josh Sargent, brought into the team to replace Todd Cantwell, who'd been below his best last weekend, flashed a first-time shot high and wide in the opening minutes. Wolves had lost only one of their last 9 leagues games, elevating them against all odds to within touching distance of the Champions League places. They found some joy in the first half down their left, with Aarons strangely reluctant to get close to Ray and 8 Nauri, picked out time after time by the diagonal passes of Ruben Neves. When Sargent couldn't track back in time, the France under-21 wing-back was given license to cross, and from one delivery, Raul Jimenez sent a shot over. But Norwich were undoubtedly the better side. Billy Gilmore was again impressive pulling strings in midfield and one through pass set Pukki clear. The Finn took an extra touch and allowed Conor Cody to block. Storm Arwen was always likely to have some impact on the game, and a heavy downpour almost resulted in disaster for Norwich. Grant Hanley tried to pass his way out of defense, but had nowhere to go under pressure. Stuck, he turned back inside his own box and attempted to go home to Krull, only to see his pass slow up on the wet surface. Hwang Hee-chan almost beat Krull to the ball before the Dutchman blocked João Matinho's follow-up with his legs. That almost saw Norwich undeservedly behind, but in stoppage time they might have moved ahead. Aarons got forward for pretty much the first time, drove into the Wolves' box, and played a neat 1-2 with Lucas Rupp, only to be denied by Sa. Norwich's fans had been serenading Rashica by singing his name to the tune of Tequila by the Champs, and he caused Wolves plenty of problems after the break. Pukki passed up an even better opening with 20 minutes left. Clean through and onside following Rupp's defense-splitting pass, he would have scored had he aimed either side of Sa. Instead, he allowed the Portuguese to block with a foot. And late on, Rashica couldn't get sufficient power on a side-footed shot to win it. It is a point, but I think in those moments in the final third, we should have done better and been more aggressive, Lage said. We didn't move the way we usually do. But we take the point and move on.